you don't wanna go just step aside or you might end up in a road runner, runs on the road all day. Even the coyote can't take a change his way. Road runner. If you're on a highway, you don't wanna go just step aside or you might end up in a road runner, runs on the road all day. Even the coyote can't take a change his way. Road runner, the coyote's after you. Road runner, if he catches you, you're through. Road runner, the coyote's after you. Road runner, if he catches you, you're through. That coyote is really a crazy clown. When will he learn that he never can mow him down? Poor little road runner never bothers anyone. Just running down the road feels like he's having fun.
The Roadrunner Show.
Hey, Griffin!
We're cheering for him. That was a big run. Score is now 28-0.
All-star team. There's only going to be one team. It'll be 25 kids that consist of the entire league. So, unfortunately, we're not going to have two all-star teams. Well, this fella, Coach Press and I knew that we had to have this fella. This is one of those 3 or 4 kids that we definitely had made contact with and had liked and watched play. We got to spend a little bit of time with him. He and this one other player that I haven't mentioned yet tonight, they, Coach Press and I were like, we ended up having a really good draft. And Coach Press asked me, how did I see the talent that these kids had? And I started to think about it, and I saw some talent there, yes, I have to admit that. But when I look back on what it was about these 2 particular guys that really made me want to draft them was they had this scowl on their face. They just looked like they just had the worst day of their lives. And I'm out there talking to them, and their eyebrows are all scrounged up, and they just looked like they were just mean and just didn't want to even be around me. So I was like, man, I got to coach those kind of kids right there. I got to grab them. So we did, and I had definitely a lot of parents talk about how talented this young man was from some other teams in the league. Of course, I know a lot of the coaches and so forth, and a lot of them asked me about him, wanted to know who he was and where he's from and how do we get him and so forth. And he was definitely a blessing to our team and had some monster games. He is definitely responsible for the majority of our touchdowns with the blocking that he did. And I can tell you from watching the games, watching this young man play, there were a lot of kids who ran the other way when they saw him coming after they got hit by him a couple of times, that's for sure. One of only, I think, 1 or 2, maybe he was the only one, maybe 2 9-year-olds this year who made the Glenn County All-Star team. And of course, y'all know who I'm talking about, one of the best players on our team. Had a tremendous season, Mr. Griffin the Hammer Creekmore.
Yay! Woo!
Griffin the Hammer Creekmore. And this is the that's my bus. Let's get our bucks on 3. 1, 2, 3. And let's get that Bucks motto on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Fight's good, fight.
All right, y'all go.